1. Tokyo, best for contemporary culture. Tokyo is a city forever reaching into the future, pushing the boundaries of what's possible on densely populated, earthquake-prone land, adding ever taller, sleeker structures. It's Japan's top spot for contemporary art and architecture, pop culture, shopping, drinking, and entertainment, and a tie with Kyoto for dining. But more than any other site, it's the city itself that enchants visitors. It's a sprawling, organic thing, stretching as far as the eye can see. Constantly changing and with a diverse collection of neighborhoods, no two experiences of Tokyo are ever the same. Planning tip: tickets for sumo, kabuki and Giants baseball games usually go on sale 1 to 2 months in advance. The Imperial Palace and Ghibli Museum are other popular attractions that require prior planning. 2. Kyoto, best for traditional experiences. Kyoto, Japan's imperial capital for 1,000 years, is home to more than 1,000 temples. Among them are the monumental, like Kinkakuji, an exquisite pavilion sheathed entirely in gold leaf, and the meditative, like Ryoan-ji, with its stark Zen rock garden. And temples are only the start of it. There's the culture of tea, which you can appreciate at one of the city's many elegant tea houses, the art of the geisha, those iconic performers of traditional music and dance, and also a rich food culture, including kaiseki, Japanese haute cuisine. 3. Naoshima, best for architecture. Naoshima is one of Japan's great success stories, a rural island on the verge of becoming a ghost town, now a world-class center for contemporary art. Many of Japan's most lauded architects have contributed structures, including museums, a boutique hotel and even a bathhouse, all designed to enhance the island's natural beauty and complement its existing settlements. The resulting blend of avant-garde and rural Japan is captivating. It has also inspired some Japanese to pursue a slower life outside the big cities. Relocating to Naoshima to open cafes and inns. Planning tip: try to plan your visit during one of the 3 exhibitions of the Setouchi Triennial Festival, which happens during the spring, summer, and fall every 3 years, the most recent occurring in 2022. Naoshima hosts various art, drama, music and dance events that make this festival so special. 4. Empty Fuji, best for views and pilgrimages. Even from a distance, empty Fuji will take your breath away. Close up, the perfectly symmetrical cone of Japan's highest peak is nothing short of incredible. Dawn from the summit? Pure magic. Fuji-san is among Japan's most revered and timeless attractions. Hundreds of thousands of people climb it every year, continuing a centuries-old tradition of pilgrimages up the sacred volcano. Those who'd rather search for picture-perfect views from the less daunting peaks nearby can follow in the steps of Japan's most famous painters and poets. Planning tip: the best time to climb Emi Fuji is during its official season, from July 1st through mid-September. To avoid the rainy season and snowfall, always check for typhoon warnings before hiking in Japan. 5. Hiroshima, best for being reflective. Hiroshima today is a forward-thinking city with attractive, leafy boulevards. It's not until you visit the Peace Memorial Museum that the true extent of human tragedy wreaked by the atomic bomb becomes vividly clear. A visit here is a heartbreaking, important history lesson. The park around the museum, much of which was designed by Japan's great modernist architect Tange Kenzo, offers many opportunities for reflection. But the city's spirit of determination, as well as its food, will ensure that you'll have good memories to take with you when you leave. 6. Yakushima, best for forest bathing. Yakushima, a small island off the coast of southern Kyushu, is often described as magical and enchanting, otherworldly even. It's a place where words fail and clichés step in. Home to some of Japan's last primeval forests, you'll find the Yakusuji, an ancient cedar native to the island whose giant roots form alien tentacles. Hiking trails underneath them cover craggy terrain, often fuzzy with moss. The landscape here is believed to have inspired the iconic Studio Ghibli animated film Princess Mononoke. Detour: when you're not hiking, stop by the Yakusuji Museum to learn more about the importance of Yakusuji, or Japanese cedar trees, to the islanders of Yakushima. 7. KOYA-SAN, best for exploring temples. Riding the funicular up to the sacred Buddhist monastic complex of KOYA-SAN feels, appropriately, like ascending to another world. There are over 100 temples here, the highlight of which is Okanoen, where paths weave their way among towering cryptomeria trees and time-worn stone stupas covered in moss and lichen. Other temples offer a different experience, the chance to spend the night, dine on traditional vegetarian Buddhist cuisine and wake up early for morning meditation with the resident monks. Planning tip: though Japanese temples and shrines do not have established dress codes, visitors are expected to stay relatively quiet in these sacred spaces. 8. Okinawa and the Southern Islands, best for beaches. Okinawa and the Southwest Islands offer a totally different experience from the rest of Japan. This semi-tropical archipelago forms an arch between Kyushu and Taiwan. Until annexed by Japan in the 19th century, they formed their own kingdom, the Ryukyu Empire, and the cultural differences are apparent in everything down to the architecture and food. This is where you'll find Japan's best beaches, like those on the Yaima Islands and the Kerama Islands, with sugar-white sand fringed with palms and turquoise waters. Bask in the sun, or snorkel and scuba dive. 9. Osaka, best for street food and nightlife. Tokyo doesn't nab all the superlatives when it comes to urban experiences. Osaka, Japan's third largest city, is tops for street food. Don't miss its signature dish, takoyaki, grilled octopus dumplings. It also has the most dramatic of nightscapes, a dazzling display of LED lights, animated signage and flashing video screens along the canal-side strip Dotonbori. The city, Japan's oldest merchant center, has a pace, spirit and zest for life all of its own. Its unofficial slogan is Kideor, eat until you drop. Planning tip: in addition to nightly accommodation fees, Osaka hotels will typically charge an accommodation tax that varies depending on the standard nightly rate. 10. Kamakochi, best for mountain hikes. One of the most stunning natural vistas in Japan, Kamakochi is a highland river valley enveloped by the soaring peaks of the northern Japan Alps. Easy day hikes are possible along the pristine Azusagawa through tranquil forests of willow, larch and elm. The birthplace of Japanese alpinism, Kamakochi is also the gateway for more challenging treks up some of the country's tallest mountains, such as Yarigiatake, 3180 m. Private cars are banned from Kamakochi, which lessens the impact of the crowds.